So today's video, I'm really excited just to sit down and have a chat with you about Trek America. Now, I went on a recent Trek America trip. I don't know whether you guys will know what Trek America is, but essentially they're an organisation who arrange trips around the entirety of America. So the tour that I did was called the Deep South BLT, and I kind of think it explains itself. It's a big tour around the south of America, and it was incredible. But you can go absolutely anywhere in America with them, and essentially you pay, you sign up, and you get put with a group of people. When you look at your different tours, it will tell you how many people you can expect to be on the tours with you, and essentially you just go on holiday with a group of strangers and get taken around by a Trek America tour guide, travel around in a minibus, and you either camp or stay in hotels or hostels, and just have a really amazing road trip basically. And so that's essentially what Trek America is. Now, I went with a group of bloggers, and I'd met one of the girls, or two of the girls before. The rest I knew of, but I'd never met. And it was a really different experience for me going on a holiday with people that I didn't know. I've never done that before. I've never been the kind of person that would go travelling on my own. I've never been the kind of person that would think to sign up for something like that. So it was a really different new experience for me, and I absolutely loved it. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what you can expect from a Trek America trip. They're all very, very different, but obviously I can only speak for the Deep South BLT tour, but our trip was a hostel / hotel trip, so we didn't do any camping. So if you're looking at camping ones, I won't be able to kind of offer any advice on that, but the ones that we did were in hostels and hotels, like a mix, and we travelled around on a Trek America minibus. Now, there were 8 of us, I think, and then obviously the Trek America tour guides. And there is a lot of travelling. There's a lot of time spent on that bus. So be prepared for a lot of travel time. I think we spent on average, I think if we were probably to average it out, it might have been four hours a day, but we had some days where we were on the minibus for 6 hours. That sounds like a really long time, but there are lots of stops, and it really isn't like a slog. Like in the UK, travelling for an hour is a long time, but in America you literally can't get anywhere without travelling for a really long time. So to Americans they'll be like 6 hours is nothing, but to us that's a long time. But actually, being a Brit, doing that kind of trip, it was absolutely fine. I actually really loved being on the bus and getting to have like snoozes in between, like looking at the landscape and listening to music and chatting with people. It was just really nice. Lots of people use the time to catch up on work and things like that as well. So it was just a nice environment to be in on the minibus, and you get to see a lot of America when you're driving through as well. The itinerary is super jam-packed, so we had so many things that we were doing each day, and there is downtime as well, so there will be time to kind of do things that you want to do, and you are able to make suggestions if there's something that you really want to see and there's like a general group consensus, or a couple of you want to do something. Like, it's not everything is set in stone, it is flexible, but they have created this itinerary so that you get the most out of your experience, and they really know what they're doing. It's incredible. Like, all of the things I saw, I just never would have been able to plan by myself. I wouldn't have known half of the things to do. We just saw so much. And one thing I wanted to do was just share some essential things that I think you need to bring with you. So I've made some notes on my phone, and obviously this is just personal, what I bought, what I found was really helpful. So the one thing that I would recommend having with you is a backpack. Now, I picked this up before I went from TK Maxx for like £10. It's just a simple Gola backpack, but it was really sturdy, had a lot of storage space, and a backpack is just kind of imperative when you're on this kind of trip. If you're a woman, you really don't want a handbag. There isn't enough space for everything in one, and a backpack is just a really good way to just shove everything in. I could put all of my cameras in there, I could have my drink in there, I could have just everything just shoved in there, and I could literally just throw it on my back and go, and didn't have to worry about it. So a backpack is like a must, I think. Bring your own towel with you. So if you're doing hostels and hotels, I kind of like in my head would expect there to be towels. There aren't always towels, so it is good to bring just your own towel with you. Just one towel is fine, and just in case. I only had to use my own towel once, but it's good to have. So one thing that I did bring, and that Trek America say isn't necessarily a necessity because they are in some hotels, is a portable hairdryer. I always want to dry my hair, and I got this little one from GHD. Just a really good portable hairdryer that kind of flicks in and up, and it's actually a really nice hairdryer just in general. Me and the girls, like me and Sabina, who was one of the girls on my trip, we both use this, and it's quite cool air, which is nice, but also it just makes your hair feel really soft. Like this particular hairdryer, I just really love it. But yeah, I was glad that I bought this with me because I just had the peace of mind that I would be able to dry my hair, and it's a really good one because it's super tiny and fits in really anywhere in your suitcase. I would recommend bringing a water bottle with you, just like a travel water bottle. I don't have mine on me. I don't have a few of the things that I would recommend with me today because they're at my house and I'm at Jamie's. But yeah, a travel water bottle, because you will drink so much water, but you don't want to keep buying water. So if you have a water bottle, then you can literally just fill it up and you don't have to worry about the cost of it. So I found that really useful. Another thing that you just have to get, and that a couple of the guys that were on the trip with me bought whilst we were out there or on the way home because they were like, I wish I'd had one, is a travel pillow. You need one. For the amount of time you're going to be spending on the minibus, you want to be comfortable. I got mine again from TK Maxx, and it was a memory foam one, so it was really solid, so my neck had a lot of support, but it really like moulded into the shape of my face, and so it was really comfortable. And that was $9.99 for a memory pillow travel thing, and I even named it. His name is Albert, and it had like a little button on it so I could clip it onto my suitcase and not have to worry about having it around my neck all the time when I was travelling. So definitely get one of those. I found to be really helpful, especially because you're sharing with people in rooms when you're on your stay, an eye mask and earplugs. I'm quite a light sleeper, and not everywhere that you're going to sleep is going to be your ideal sleeping circumstances. Earplugs will literally just wipe out any surrounding sound, and an eye mask is just really nice in case you haven't got blackout curtains or something like that. It just helps me to relax and get into a more comfortable state, really. So I really recommended those. I also really recommend them for the bus as well. If you're wanting to sleep and people are listening to music, it just means that you can sleep and not have to worry. One thing, and this is more for the ladies I think, is a tote bag, just a simple canvas bag that you can put in your backpack, so that you can, if you want to go out and you want to travel in something really comfortable, but you know when you get to the destination that you're going to want to look nice because you're going for dinner or because you want to take photos or whatever, just pack, so you've got some clothes packed in your tote bag, so you can just take those out with you and get changed in the toilet when you get wherever you're going. So it just means that you don't have to ruin nice clothes on the minibus journey by getting them all creased and things like that. And I just found that useful from my perspective. I just wanted to be comfy on the minibus, not necessarily look good. And I think that's it in terms of what I would recommend for bringing on the trip. Obviously if you're camping it's a whole different ball game, and Trek America would send you everything that you would need anyway. This is just my personal preference for things that I found really useful to have with me. You don't need to worry about packing light because you have a big trailer on the back, so I took a big suitcase with me with all of my clothes in. And yeah, and also like just go with a really like open mind, because you're going to be with people that you don't know in an environment that you don't know, with experiences that you've never had before, and all I can say is just embrace it, because it really is the trip of a lifetime. They are such a good company to go with. I had the best time, and I can't recommend Trek America enough. So if you're thinking about it, 100% do it, because it's absolutely amazing, and I've made such amazing friends through doing it that I might just never have met before, and that's an amazing thing about travel. And just everything feels safer when you do it with another company as well. Like you just know that everything's sorted and that everything's going to be okay. You don't need to worry about getting places, everything's kind of done for you. That stress is just taken away so that you can just enjoy the trip. And it is seriously amazing. So yes, I hope that that's helpful if you're thinking of going, and if you are going, enjoy yourself and have the best time. If any of you have been on a Trek America trip before, then please comment below and let us know where you've been. Like, I'd love to hear your stories as well. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.